What's up, y'all? Advance here. So, it's been a picture that sparked the topic of discussion that's been making its way around all of the medias, social media, radio media. I don't think it hit the news yet, but yeah. So, Kanye West apparently had a fashion show where he unveiled his new line of clothing in Paris. I know, I'm gonna make a joke about that later. But yeah, so the picture that's been making its way around the internet are those of certain shirts that have a certain slogan on it called White Lives Matter. Yeah. So Kanye, you had the crowd. You had the crowd, Kanye. Like, Kanye was just getting back to a point where people was just starting to get back on his side. You know, they accepted the fact that, you know, he's batshit crazy. And now, you come out with this shit. So, the picture also featured one Candace Owens, my favorite person. So the thing is that, all right, so they did this as a slide to Black Lives Matter. Now, what people fail to, what they fail to realize, or maybe they do realize and they just don't give a fuck, is that there's two Black Lives Matters. All right? There's two Black Lives Matters. There's the movement and there's the organization. People don't really fuck with the organization like that, right? If you ask 10 people or 10 black people, maybe 5 or 6 of them will tell you that, you know, they don't trust the organization because, you know, because George Soros is the CEO of it, or the that basically Black Lives Matter organization is run by a Jewish person, not black. So that alone it projects a stigma, or creates a stigma, you know, that where they like, you know, I don't know if I want to get behind this. But at any protest or where there's an injustice, usually dealing with law enforcement, there's, you know, they chant Black Lives Matter. And the reason being is because they say Black Lives Matter, not as if to say that other people don't, but the fact that, you know, because people are unjustly targeted by law enforcement, regardless of what a conservative or a black conservative will tell you, that shit does happen. Like, man, like, look, it does happen. And like, shit, I forgot what that police officer name. It was a Baltimore police officer that came out. He came out as a whistleblower, where he recorded a disciplinary meeting with his captain, and his captain was asking him why he didn't make his quota, and he said, "Well, you know, where I'm stationed at doesn't there's not a lot of crime there." And they said, "All right, well, why didn't you go into this neighborhood or that neighborhood?" These neighborhoods are primarily minority neighborhoods, black or Hispanic, you know. So that right there, I'll say this: cops, the usual cop doesn't go out of his way to harass a minority, but they are heavily encouraged to. That's what Black Lives Matter the movement was about. That's what that was founded on. Now, yes, we know that the organization has had had some shadiness with their finances. People don't know where the money is going. And yes, Candace Owens is making a documentary about it that's supposed to drop this Wednesday. Or was it last Wednesday? I don't know. I can't remember. I didn't keep up with it. But she said it was going to drop Wednesday. And so that's what that's what that whole thing was about. And then the only thing that Kanye said was, with the immediate response from the back to the backlash, was everybody knows that Black Lives Matter is a scam. That was it. So he would then go and provide a further explanation a couple of days later, where he said, nobody, black people don't support me, which is ridiculous to say that black people don't support you. They just don't like your current shit. They don't like your current music. Cause I still hear people that listen to College Dropout. or what was it, re-registration, or I don't know, something like that. Whatever the last of the college centered the last of the college centered albums was when people stopped listening to you and they started talking that crazy shit. And it's crazy that he also said this, because I could have swore that he said that he would never allow himself to be used as a political pawn again. After that whole situation with him being in the Oval Office, and he got overly emotional and jumped up and hugged the president, which I'm now convinced had to have been scripted, because the Secret Service. If it wasn't scripted, then Secret Service got scolded for that, for allowing that to happen. But in any case, no, this was not just meant as a slide towards Black Lives Matter. This was meant as a slide toward just discrediting the whole thing, and then just basically propping up and defending bad cops. You can't get around that. That's what it is. And I know Candace Owens and Brandon Tatum, and they're going to sit there and they'll say these things don't happen. These things don't happen on the regular. Even if that was the case, the fact that it happens is the fact that it happens is bad. One is too many. Doesn't matter how many statistics you pull out and show me, and yes, we know that there is lots of gang violence in the inner city neighborhoods, also known as the hood. But bottom line is, this shit was uncalled for. White lives matter. Okay, yes, we know. They've been proving that shit since the late 1800s. You're gonna tell me that black people aren't disproportionately what am I trying to say? Targeted. There we go. Disproportionately targeted by these people, when we had a whole instance of neighborhoods, being burned to the ground off of the lie of one person. Shit, Emmett Till. And no matter how much you try to spin that situation, that shit happened because a white woman lied on him. And it's not even circumstantial. She came out on her deathbed recently and said, yeah, that shit wasn't true. So a little kid died for nothing. But yeah, so Yeah, so if that doesn't tell you that white lives matter, then yeah. And the thing is, up before this, the slide to Black Lives Matter was all lives matter. And they're not saying all lives matter as if to say like, hey, chill out, we got this, or come into the fold or whatever. They ain't saying all lives matter as if to tell people that are chanting Black Lives Matter to shut the fuck up. Stop complaining. Shut up and dribble. You know, like all of that shit. So that's yeah, bottom line. I said bottom line like 8 times. But yo, what this shit was stupid. And then the fact that I'm not gonna say that, no. But definitely, and then it's like, you know, like Candace Owens has been championing this for like the last like few years, you know, and even though she forgets that she was a product of racism herself. But hey, I guess the only color that really matters is green, because when you see that green in your bank account, it makes you forget certain things, you know. But I'm curious, like, and they're saying, and now she's out here saying, oh well, you know, they're upset because I broke the internet, and then they're trying to, because I'm standing up for men's rights. No, we love that. We love that. Yeah, you're telling men to be more masculine and telling women to be more feminine. But like when you do this shit, like that's what kind of counterbalances it. And I can't speak for everybody, but it makes me look at you like, I don't know. I look at it like, I'll say this. If I was the family of George Floyd, I'd have probably doxed you by now. That's just real talk. But in any case, those are just my thoughts on it. Those shirts need to be burned because they don't really mean nothing. They're meant to troll, and it's like, I realized that we're being trolled by characters created by Fox News. So, yeah. In any case, my name's Advance. I'm out.